What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to Dell's Corner. It's been a while since I've been able to do like a one-to-one to y'all. Anybody who's new to the channel, I really appreciate y'all coming on in, being able to view this specific type of a little introduction that I'm doing. I'm doing a complete rebranding, and basically what I did is that I've had this same logo for like the longest time, and for the longest time it was just a logo that just wasn't for me. Um, and now I have been able to create something, or at least have had help to create something that was just more well, my style. So this is our new logo that we're going with. I wanted to blow it up a little bit, kind of talk about it a little. There's a gentleman that I work with on Fiverr, and I've been working with him for about 3 or 4 years. He's made my emotes from time to time. We've been working together off and on for about 3 or 4 years, and every time he's made an emote or anything that I've asked, just on point, really good. And he really takes his time, and he really loves what he does. We just had a talk recently, and he expressed to me that he really enjoys working with me. I give a lot of feedback. I give a lot of opinions, but I really thank him. I really want to be very thankful for David for working on everything that I ever asked you to do. It's been great, and this has to be the best thing because he's usually done my emotes, but he's never done, well, at least for me, he's never done a logo, and I have to say he knocked it out of the park. um, we kind of rearranged some things. As you can tell, it has all the weapons of the turtles. Okay. These are his own designs of the weapons, so I really like what he's been able to create with each weapon. You got like a little stripe of purple for Donatello and his bow staff. You have Michelangelo, but he has these like little orange strips right here. Of course, David knew that my favorite turtle was Mikey. He's very important to me whenever it comes to certain things that I collect. Um, he's done a really good job. You can kind of see the attachments where he's made right here, these three little dots. And then of course you have the size for Raphael where he put them red on the very tips or at the bottom edges, on the blunt edges. But again, every last one of this is his specific design. When I told him, let's make DeltronZ, please make the end of it a little bit more like the movie aspect. You can kind of see where it wants to morph into it. Uh, it's just really, really one of the best things he's ever created. And one more time, I want to give thanks because it's been a while since DeltronZ has been around, and since we've all evolved. We've all evolved together as DeltronZ. Those who have stuck around, those who are new, just getting to know the channel, those who have been supporting. It's definitely been a roller coaster each and every way. And I do have some notes that I want to be able to discuss because this video is going to kind of revamp the whole channel. This specific video is going to restart everything going forward. You're going to see some changes in the social media aspects. You're going to see some changes in the posting scheduling. You're going to see, I told myself 2024, we are really going to be pushing DeltronZ, and I hope that you guys are going to be able to join with me on this journey for 2024. We have a lot of things coming in the making for DeltronZ, and it's very, very exciting, and it's been a long time coming just to try to be able to push as much. I know years ago we used to be popping in here. We were making videos all the time, gaming, streaming. Then life kind of got in the way. Now, as far as social media aspect, those who are new, I've been doing social media for the past, oh God, 3-4 years, maybe a little bit longer. Used to be a part of a social media company. Used to do a lot of traveling. We went to PAX East and PAX South before PAX South got terminated. PAX East at Boston was absolutely amazing. One of the best experiences that I've ever had, and had the opportunity to be able to meet so many types of developers, gamers, like streamers, just so many like-minded people. It was just it was crazy. It was crazy. The only thing is that super cold. I am not used to that type of weather. I had 3 types of pairs of clothing on, and the wind was still getting through. We've been able to do streaming events. We've been able to do uh, um, donation events. We've been able to raise money with other different types of streamers. Again, I've been doing this for quite a while, and last year I was really trying to figure out what I wanted, where I wanted to be able to go when it came to DeltronZ, what it meant to me, and it, what I wanted the project to be. And I say it a project because honestly, when I created DeltronZ, I didn't really know what I was doing. I just kind of did all these things. I did a bunch of, when something new came up, I kind of jumped on it. I started doing it. I started playing it. I started going to Comic Cons. I started doing a bunch of stuff, interviews out the wazoo. Okay, and we've gotten a lot. You know, there's been times where I've been blessed to be able to be given like something like a keyboard or streaming accessories and things that are going to be able to help um, everything that we've been able to do here. Again, this wasn't like this years ago, right? We built this around together, and I've gotten feedback from you guys. I've gotten feedback from friends, what I should do and what I shouldn't do. I think 2024 is really starting on a really good path. Okay, it's been really good. We've been able to make so many types of friendships so far, and it's barely what, March. We're in March right now. We've met so many people. It's been crazy. The type of person that I am, I do like to help people. I really do. I think it's always been my calling. Growing up, it was always like I wanted to be able to help those who needed help, whether it was relationships or family or just somebody needing to talk to. I've always felt like I had a bigger purpose to be able to help. And sometimes it's hard to talk about because it's something that I've been told in the past, like I gotta stop gloating about. And it's not that I'm gloating; it's just I have a passion for it. It just kind of leaks out. So it's something that I don't like to talk about a lot. But anytime that somebody has come up with a problem, or some type of issue, or they want to be heard, I've been there. And that's what I like to do, is hear people out, kind of give them some type of a pathway to kind of go and assist them in some type of way. I do that for my regular job. Yes, I do have a 9 to 5. I don't do this full time, and those who have been here know that I don't do this for full time. This is for me and me alone. When it comes to editing, I don't really edit my videos. Everything is pretty raw. I want you to see me. I don't want people to be able to sit there and say, oh, he cut that part, he cut that part, he said this and he said that. So everything is just straight raw, and I try to wing everything that I end up doing. Those, and then not only that, being able to make connections and friendships with certain individuals. Again, with what I've been able to accomplish so far since January, it's just gonna increase and grow from there. And it's the connections that we're already making are authentic. At least that's how I feel so far, and it's been really, really special to be able to feel that feeling again. And especially the friendships that have been here for a while, the people that have been here prior to me doing what I'm doing right now. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate every last one of y'all, because you guys are the ones that are telling me keep pushing, keep doing this, keep doing that. You did it before, you can do it again. Some of those that have been here before know it used to be really active in here. And again, life gets in the way of some individuals, streamers, content creators, IRL streamers. Again, one more time, going back to those types of things. And it's and especially family vlogs too. Like, you ever watch any of those? They're tired, man. They're tired. Social media has a lot of work, but it really messes with your mental health because you tend to disconnect from real life activities and people and connections. And I went down that path. I didn't like it. And believe it or not, a lot of the times, a lot of these things that are going on, it's people separating themselves because of politics or because they're being judged for some type of reason. And that's what we don't do here. As DeltronZ, as a community that's been since day one, we don't judge nobody, period. All right, there ain't no black, there's no white, there's no Hispanic, it's none of that. It's just people coming together to be people and just to talk and have a good time and make connections. I want to be able to change a little bit of something. I want to be able to make a small mark on the world, being able to say that, you know, DeltronZ was able to gather so many people on an equal level and be able to connect with them and help them understand on how they can connect with other people without any type of judgment. I like to support those who are really trying to make a stand for something. You know, if you really full-heartedly believe it, you know, and I feel like it's appropriate, I'll definitely back you 100%. You know, um, this has been a long time coming, trying to come out of this shell, trying to be able to, no pun intended, um, trying to explain who I am, and I think this is the video to do it. Um, Again, prior to me even pushing this hard as far as I've been pushing, as much as the accomplishments that we have been able to make as DeltronZ, the people that were a part of this, sharing, commenting, talking, you know, having real discussions, meeting people in real life, um, them seeing who I am as an individual. Those are the types of connections that I really like. So far, I do have a list that I want to be able to mention. It's a small list that I have. Well, depends on how you say small. uh, First up is going to be Paradox Cosplay. Next, we have the Queen G22. We have Deacon Rap. We have Terrence at Good Blend, and of course, Good Blend themselves, along with Jenny. Jenny over there at Good Blend. What's up, Jenny? Um, I want to stop right there because Good Blend uh, are individuals who, here in Texas in 2020, around pandemic time, THC actually became approved for medicinal MMJ. So you can get approved here in Texas if you have PTSD, and they have licensed doctors that are going to be able to diagnose you and be able to get you approved. Now, again, I'm not sponsored by them. All right, I'm not sponsored by them. They're not giving me any type of money to be able to mention this. This is something that I feel that people need to be able to know. It's very important, specifically because I'm an individual who suffers from PTSD. Just to kind of educate a little bit of some individuals, PTSD is not something that you just experience going into war, going overseas, you know, fighting for our country. PTSD can stem from traumatic experiences from your past, traumatic experiences in your present, traumatic experiences midlife, relationships, divorces. PTSD is a wide range of so many types of topics. And if you know that you have it, and you know that you struggle with it, and you know that THC helps you, what do you have to lose to be able to discuss with them and talk to them? Now, you can visit goodblend.com, right? Or you can go check out my doctor, Dr. Shaw, at texasthcdoctor.com. Tell him Deltron sent you, all right? I have been able to get so many family members, so many friends. It's been so easy for them to get approved, and they are loving the programs. If those of you who are asking, do they sell flour? No, because it is not here. It is not approved here in Texas, okay, for flour, as an inhalant, okay? Now, there is one thing you want to talk about. If you are interested in anything THC related, stay till the end of this video, because I do have an announcement coming up, all right? But we're going to continue. We got Sarah Myers, absolutely amazing individual. She worked on some, she's a colorist, professional, and she worked with IDW on some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle projects. Actually, one of them you can actually see back there. It's the one on the wall. She worked on that specific cover. It's thick, man. What she does is amazing. You guys can go check out her video. We got to sit down, we got to talk turtles, we got to talk about her projects, what was coming up, and what she's been doing. And she's also been popping off on social media, so go check her out. Sarah Myers, IDW. Okay, telling you. And then we also have Les Salte Onion. They've been absolutely fantastic as well. They're a local here in Texas. You want to check it out? You want to know exactly where in Texas? Check them out. Le salty onion. Great products. And what I mean by products, they got shirts, they got cups, they got coasters, custom coasters. Okay, they got custom car coasters. Um, and when I mean just like coaster, it's not that type of coaster that you're thinking about. Look, I have a quick little one that I'll show you right here. It is a little rubber coaster. I've had this for maybe probably about a year already. I think it's already been a year. Wow, we've known each other for a little bit. And I love it. I mean, the material is on point. It doesn't get too wet. That's what she said, and it's great. It's fantastic. Check them out one more time. Ellie, salty onion. I do want to also thank John Steven. He's an individual. He started cosplaying. We've known each other since PAX East back in 2020, prior pandemic, and and we got to hang out. We got to hang out with Bunny Plague as well. I appreciate y'all always giving that support, giving me those heads up, those comments, those shares. Um, but John Steven recently, we've just been talking, we've been connecting. He's just been a great individual to talk to, and he motivates you, man. He hypes you up. He hypes you up. Great personality, fun to be around. He's doing a fantastic job at his cosplay right now. He does have some stuff in the works. I can't personally tell you what they are because I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying anything. All I know is that I can say is that he's working on something, and you got to go check him out. John Steven, go check him out on Instagram. Love you, man. Love you. And then we have the infamous, the legendary Sham Bam. Thank you, ma'am. I appreciate you. You've always been there. We met a couple years back. We've known each other for a little bit now, and we decided, hey, let's meet up in real life. And she's my in real life friend. It's been a while since we hung out, but she's a streamer. She's a local streamer here in Texas as well, and she's just a whole load of fun. She has a lot of love. She has a huge community that just has nothing but love for her. Okay, and everybody around. Um, really fun, really fun. I'm so glad that I was able to meet her. But again, go check them out. Sham Bam, thank you, Bam. We have two more things. We got Pop Smoke Coffee. Pop Smoke Coffee. I had to give them a shout out, man. They have the best. Ooh, they have the best coffee in Texas. 100%, hands down, has that kick. If you ever get to go, other than ordering what he has, okay? If you ever get to go to the actual truck that he has, tell him Deltron sent you, and you might get a hookup. No, I'm no, I'm not telling. I'm not saying that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Anyways, just tell him Deltron sent you. I'm telling you, the best coffee in Texas. I kid you not. I mean, I can take one of his coffees, his special coffees, and I'll be energized, bro. I'll be energized for my whole workout. It's crazy. So good and fresh. The freshness. Oh. And of course, lastly, I want to be able to mention somebody who I met recently. We've been talking for some time. Again, projects in the future, possibly, but that's going to be Death by Reps. Death by Reps, I don't have one of the shirts on right now. I do have my special Los Shy Guys shirt on right now, but he's my go-to guy for any type of workout clothing. Shirts, for sure. I haven't bought his pants yet. I'm not doubting it. So far, everything that he's been able to create has been on point. The length is just perfect for a large. I'm very surprised on how much I love it because the product is not only breathable, but it's very soft at the same time. The logos that he does, like the designs, he creates himself. He prints them on. He prints everything on there himself. There's plenty of. I mean, he's done hundreds of designs that you can choose from, and every time I have one on, I love it. I can't take it off. I mean, once I wash them, I want to wear them really quick, and then I think in my mind, well, I just gotta wash it again. But that's how I just need to collect all of this stuff. That's all I gotta do. But Death by Reps, I appreciate you. I know that we're talking about doing a couple things. Definitely want to get you in here. That way, on a sit down, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. And then, of course, lastly, the most important people that support this channel, this community, DeltronZ as a whole, and that's gonna be my wife and my kids. All three of them are absolutely amazing, and you know they continue to support me and what I'm trying to accomplish. They know that I have a lot of love, and they know that I'm really trying to make a difference, and they support it 100%. Sometimes they don't want to be a part of it, like they don't want to be in the videos, which is totally understandable because I don't really force them to. But the only thing that I will say currently right now is that they're in full, yeah, whatever you need to do, Dad, just do it. And I'm so blessed to have that. 100%. So blessed to have that. Now, the future of the channel in general. The future of the channel. Now, all of last year, again, I was kind of testing the algorithm a bit. That was doing a couple of out-of-pocket things sometimes, discussing some out-of-pocket things. Again, it was all more or less trying to see what happens when I start doing that type of content. I did end up gaining a significant amount of followers. Hardly lost any. I know we are a small community of 300, but across all platforms, we have well over 2,000. So I thank each and every one of y'all. But yes, definitely what's to come in this channel is more podcasts, more realism, right? I want to touch on topics that we've been holding back for some time. We feel like this is the right time, and especially that I'm pushing all in for DeltronZ. For us, we are pushing all in as a whole. And what I would like to discuss, first off, is that we're going to be coming out with a whole bunch of different types of podcasts. We're looking about 3 right now, secured in hand right now, 3. And these podcasts are going to be something that we can watch together, listen together, grow together, and hopefully be able to touch those who need some type of assistance, a little bit of guidance in their life. One of those podcasts, the first one that I want to be able to bring up, is the one on TikTok. We're doing a TikTok podcast. We're starting it off. We're trying to figure out to see how we want to be able to do things. Do we want to put it on social media? I'm sorry. Do we want to put it on YouTube as another playlist on DeltronZ? Or should we create the whole thing from scratch? So, if you're interested in the life between me and my fiance, how we've grown, touching topics on real life situations, not no scenarios, nothing like that. It's called real relationships for a reason, because we are there to be open, honest, and real. We can't please everybody, but if you want some people that are gonna be straight, this is where you guys need to go. If you're interested in these topics, it doesn't matter if you're straight, gay, lesbian, trans relationship. It doesn't matter. Relationships are relationships. They're called real relationships. Okay. I'll see y'all there. That's on TikTok. Just type in real relationships. It should come up as real relationships 210 or just real relationships. You'll see me and my wife. Sorry. Getting used to some stuff. Now, we're gonna kind of backtrack over to that THC. Second podcast. Because I've been with because I've been approved for medicinal THC here in Texas for the past, what are we going on? 4 years. There are plenty of people that are still wondering if it's a trick, if it's a joke, if it's not, oh, it's not real. Some people that I'm trying to introduce THC to are concerned, and concerns about taking an unsure drug when it's used as medicine either way should be discussed and broken down for people to be able to understand what type of decision that they want to make when it comes to their health. There's a lot that we're going to be able to touch base on. There's a lot of topics that we want to be able to hear from you guys, especially some of the topics that are going on right now with this THCA and THCB. Is it legal? Is it not legal? Which I can definitely touch base on all day. But we're going to be touching topics like that on the Highcast. And I would like to introduce you to the co-host. However, we have decided that he is going to be a little bit of a mystery for right now. All right. The only thing that I can say is that we have worked a little bit together in the past. We kind of dropped off. And we just recently reconnected, and there was a lot of topics on this, and I've been meaning to do something about this with somebody, but nobody's been wanting to do it. And if some of you are watching, you know exactly who you are, and that's okay. I'm just kidding. But he is 100% on board and very interested, and he will introduce himself when he chooses. First recording of that is going to be coming out a little bit later in March. I hope you guys are interested. Again, what you want to do is make sure that you follow. If traction is well, and you're going to follow here on DeltronZ. If traction is well on the Highcast, I will say that we will be creating a 100% separate account for it, dedicated to these topics. And also, the goal of the Highcast is also to be able to possibly have partnerships with companies throughout the states, where we would be able to go test products legally and do reviews and have sit downs. We have a lot of things coming when it comes to the Highcast, and we hope you guys are going to be interested in that. Now, the main project, this is where it gets a little bit more interesting. The main project, this is the third podcast. This is mine. It's my baby. Okay? The main project that I've been working on for some time, and again, I didn't want to do it until I had this logo. I could have done it already, and I decided not to because I wanted to be able to just wait. Rebranding, fresh, new. Yeah. The podcast that I'm going to be starting is called Fathering Podcast, or just Fathering, whatever just rolls off the tongue for you. Okay? Fathering Podcast. The goal of my podcast is to be able to reach out to fathers that are struggling with day-to-day worries, concerns, if we are even making the right decisions at being fathers, making the right choices as a father, especially for their kids, right? Especially for their kids or stepkids, adopted children. I mean, are you making the right choices? And I know as a father, that's exactly what I think each and every single day. because I am dedicated to these little ones. I also want to be able to talk about my experience about being a father. Currently, I have a teenager and I have a toddler. And I know for a fact that there's moments that I had missed with my teenager that now I am now experiencing with my toddler. And I struggle with that because there was time missed in between. And again, there's topics about, did I make the right decisions? Could I have done more? Could I have tried harder? Those kind of go through my head each and every single day. And I know those dedicated fathers that are out there that are always worried. Am I making the right decision? This is what I'm going through. What should I do? And it causes me so much stress and anxiety. And then even hearing like what my oldest is going through, it's so much. It's so much. And I want to connect with those individuals. Just like, I mean, there's a lot of podcasts out there. There's a lot of podcasts out there that are just talking about these types of topics, like relationship problems and blah, 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 blah. But they're not explaining what you can do to be able to help with those feelings and those thoughts and everything. And I mean, I've personally been going to therapy for 5+ years. And I'm not saying like I can run a class, or I'm not saying I can fix somebody. But what I can do is pass down my knowledge that I know to the next person to give them some type of at ease moment, some type of clarity, like you're doing good. This is why you're doing good. Keep up the hard work. I want to talk about those moments. Talk about those struggles, those bumps in the roads. And I want to be able to connect with those who are going through the exact same thing and wonder each and every single day if they are being a father, if they're being a good father. This is like a straight passion for me. Whatever you guys decide that you guys want to go check out, there's going to be plenty of content coming, and it's mainly going to be about these specific podcasts. Now, if you do see something outside of these podcasts, again, it's probably going to be some type of content that I'm creating outside. But here on out, you're not really going to see too much more out-of-pocket stuff. Again, going back to what I was mentioning before, 2023, I was really trying to figure out how this was going to end up going. What I wanted to do, how I wanted to do it. And I'm at this point where my kids are old enough. I have the time. I'm not trying to be this crazy social media individual, but I do want to be able to create some type of message. I want to be able to make some type of goal. Connects with some individuals like I had mentioned. And I hope that you guys are willing to come along for that ride. So don't forget to hit follow. I appreciate you coming on in. Subscribe, follow, share, etc., etc. Stay tuned. All the social medias are going to be down below. And welcome to DeltronZ, you shellheads.